Do you realize that every single thing that you're doing right now is creating your future life? Every single choice, every small decision that you made up to this day created your present life. Yet for some reason, you still expect you're gonna get jacked, find a loving, a fulfilling relationship, and become a multi-millionaire by doing the same things over and over again. And you know what this is? According to Einstein himself, that is the definition of insanity. Do you think it's fun to waste your time partying with losers instead of building a business, instead of going to the gym, instead of improving your social skills to find the love of your life? You might think that the people partying every single day of the week, smoking, taking drugs, falling for the hookup culture, playing video games, eating junk food, you might think that these people are having fun, they're enjoying life, they're young after all. But in reality, the thing that most people don't tell you is that they're miserable inside. They do all of those instant gratification activities because they hate themselves and they hate their lives profoundly. It's their only way, at least the only way they found, to cope with their horrible lives. Because I'll be honest, it's a lot easier to eat junk food, to play video games, and to numb yourself instead of facing your issues, looking at yourself in the mirror, admitting what you've done wrong and what you've done right, and deciding that from this day forward, your life will never be the same. A lot of people want the best type of life possible. They want to be able to travel whenever they want. They want to be free. They want to be able to buy anything without having to sweat over the price tag. Hell, maybe they even want to drive supercars, fly private, and bang supermodels. That's their dream life. Yet, if you look at their actions every single day, clearly you can see they don't want it as badly as they claim they do. Every single thing that you want to achieve, whether it's becoming free, never having to work for a boss who doesn't care about you ever again, providing for your future family and for the people that you love, getting jacked, building a strong and a muscular physique, or finding the love of your life and having a wholesome, fulfilling relationship. All of these things are going to require work and patience. And the actions that you need to do on a daily or on a weekly basis to achieve those goals, guess what? They're hard, they'll need you to delay gratification for months and for years, but for your brain, it's infinitely easier, more fun, more rewarding in the short term to just play video games, to watch yet another episode of a Netflix show. But you've got to realize this one thing: everything that you've done up until now has created the life that you have. And so in the same way, everything that you're doing right now in the present moment is creating your future life. So you need to ask yourself this question: what kind of life am I building for my future self right now? Because you can say that you want to be successful, make a lot of money, be in great physical shape, have a loving relationship. But the truth is that if you were to show me what a day, what a week in your life looks like, I'd be able to predict with 99% accuracy what your life is going to look like in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years from now. And for a lot of people, it's not going to be the outcome that they want. At the end of the day, in life, you really have two choices. You can decide to follow what everyone else is doing, to play video games, to watch Netflix, to not take care of your health and of your physical fitness, eat crap all day long, eat 200 grams of sugar for breakfast, and call it a meal. Or you can decide to roll up your sleeves and to work on yourself. Even if it means most people won't understand you. Even if it means people will laugh at you, criticize you. You might feel lonely for a while, I'm gonna be honest. Because not a lot of people are actually committed enough to making their dreams come true. A lot of people talk but they never do anything. But you don't change your life with talk, you change your life with action. You've got to fully realize that no one is gonna give you the things that you want out of life. Everything you want, you're gonna have to earn it. And sometimes you might be pissed off at this. You might think, oh, why am I so unlucky? Why is life hating me? But you need to realize this one thing. Being given something, it's nice for sure, you'll enjoy it. But earning something yourself through your own blood, sweat and tears, it is infinitely more rewarding. It is the best feeling in the world. If you were a trust fund baby, you'd get instant access to every single thing you're dreaming of right now. But guess what? Would you really enjoy it? No. Because you don't know what it takes to earn it. The truth is that if you want an extraordinary life, you'll need to do far more than what most people are willing to do. You'll need to push past the point where everyone else gives up. But because you believe in your vision, you keep going no matter what. That is what differentiates losers who spend all of their lives regretting what they could have been, what they could have done, and winners who fully believed in themselves and went after their dreams day after day, even when no one else believed in them. Winners set a goal, and then they do whatever the hell it takes to achieve that goal. And when you're willing to do whatever it takes, success only becomes a matter of time. That I can guarantee it. So if you don't want to end up like those 40, 50-year-olds stuck in a career that they hate, in a toxic, loveless relationship, and with a beer belly, here's exactly what you need to do to stop wasting your 20s. The first thing that you absolutely need to do is to cut out the loser toxic friends. I used to know people who had the potential to do so much more, to accomplish bigger things, but the only reason why they didn't is because they hanged out with the wrong people. So because they were hanging out with toxic, with unambitious people, guess what happened? They never lived up to their full potential. I used to have a friend who really struggled with letting go of the toxic people around him. No matter how many times I tried to help him, he wouldn't be able to let go of those people. And the worst part about it is that they were clearly taking advantage of him. When you let people easily walk all over you, take advantage of you, how much self-respect do you have? None. You don't believe in yourself. You hate yourself. That's the only reason why you allow those people to treat you so poorly. The simple truth is that you're only ever going to go as far as the people in your inner circle will allow you to. And by allow you to, I don't mean what they think is right or wrong, or what they think that you can achieve or that you can't. I'm talking about their influence on you. If you want to be fit, you want to be healthy, you want to build a stronger and muscular physique, you want to be proud of it, it's gonna be infinitely easier to follow a diet and a workout plan if the people around you are in the same dynamic, if they take pride in cooking healthy, nutritious food and exercising regularly. Because if the only thing that people around you care about is being on the couch, watching Netflix, eating pizza, junk food, whatever, guess what? It's gonna rub off on you. So other people's way of thinking and of behaving will inevitably rub off on you. The day that you understand that you are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with, you'll have the key to truly changing your life and building the life of your dreams. If tomorrow, a group of high achievers, of multi-millionaires, of top athletes knocked at your door and told you to come with them for a month, what do you think would happen? If you followed them and instead you stopped hanging out with your loser toxic friends that aren't really your friends in reality, every single aspect of your life will be completely transformed, I can guarantee it. Now you might say, well, I can't really surround myself with top athletes, with multi-millionaires and high achievers right now. Maybe you still live with your parents, your life situation is complicated, maybe you even have roommates, so what are you supposed to do? The thing is, when I was a kid, a teenager, I was extremely ambitious. More ambitious than anyone I had ever met at the time. And obviously, I couldn't afford to move out of my parents' home, so I couldn't really surround myself with high achievers in the real world. So what did I do instead? Instead, I surrounded myself with the kind of people I wanted to be like. Whether it was by reading books written by multi-millionaires, by top athletes, by successful people, by Navy SEALs, or watching educational content on YouTube, listening to podcasts made by successful entrepreneurs. I watched countless educational videos and self-improvement videos because I knew that if I surrounded myself, even just virtually, by the kind of people I aspired to be like, it would rub off on me. I would start to think the way that they were thinking. Their beliefs would infect me. Their confidence would infect me. And I would become a different version of myself. So if you don't really have great, high-achieving friends in your circle, start by surrounding yourself with winners virtually. That's exactly why my team and I have decided to create the Fastlane Club. You get access to a private community of highly dedicated entrepreneurs, people who work for a better life. But not just that, you get access to exclusive programs to show you how you can make money online starting today and break free from the rat race. If you want to learn more about it, it's the second link in the description below. Step number 2 is to create a daily routine. Unlike what we're shown in superhero movies, success is not the result of one single action. You're not gonna save yourself by doing one thing. You know, in the movies, the superhero, he fights this big villain and then he saved the world. But in real life, that's not what happens. In real life, getting out of the hell that you're in, it takes months, years of hard work, of perseverance, of making sacrifices, of getting laughed at, of having people not understanding you, of looking like a weirdo, and then when you finally make it big, when you finally succeed, everyone is looking at you like you're a genius. Well, now it's easy, of course, but those people, when you had nothing, you were no one, they didn't believe in you, so why should they get to benefit from your success when they weren't there to support you at your lowest? And that's also why you want to surround yourself with the right people. On my way to the top, I lost friends. I even lost someone I thought that I would never lose. But guess what? When you improve yourself every single day, you put in extreme effort to become better. Some people are not gonna like that. They're gonna be jealous because you're getting better than them, because you're improving more than they are, because they're not willing to put in the work like you are. So inevitably, when you rise, when you grow, you'll lose friends. Because typically when you improve yourself, people can have two very different reactions. They can be inspired by what you do and push harder to improve their own lives. That's amazing. That's what I love to see. But the opposite scenario can also happen. Someone, even a close friend, can see you improving, leveling up, but instead of taking it as motivation, as inspiration to do better themselves, they take it as a blow to their ego. It's easier to try to pull someone down as opposed to climb all the way up, so they try to tear you apart, to make you feel bad for improving so fast. Those people, you need to cut them the hell out of your life. Ever since I've done that personally, I've been able to move like 10,000 times faster. I'm not even kidding. If you met me a few years ago, you met me now, you wouldn't even recognize the person that you're speaking to. That's how different I am. That's how far I've been able to push myself. So you really need to understand that success is the result of all of the seemingly small decisions that you make every single day. It might look like it's not that big of a deal if you skip the gym today. After all, it's only one workout. Tomorrow you'll go to the gym anyway. So what harm could it possibly do? But if you allow yourself to skip one workout, it becomes easy to allow yourself to skip yet another workout. You think, I'll be fine. I'll go to the gym tomorrow anyway. So now you start to skip more and more workouts. And before you realize it, when you said you were going to go to the gym 5 times a week, maybe even 7 days a week, now you're only going twice, 3 times a week, and you seriously wonder why you're not making the amount of progress you'd like to make, why everything feels slow. What happened? You got off your routine. You allowed your excuses to dictate your actions. And now, all of the good habits that you worked so hard to establish, they're gone. It's like they never even existed in the first place. Every single thing you want to achieve in life, it's gonna come through persistent effort, through routine. That is why you need to create a daily routine that you can follow and that will actually lead you to reaching your goals. If you want to build a great body, you'll need to follow a specific workout program and a diet plan over months and over years. If your goal is to build a profitable business, it's the same thing. The next thing that you need to start doing, if you want to stop wasting your 20s, is getting up before the sun. Now fair enough, when it's the summer, the sun is up and shining at 5 a.m., it might be a bit difficult, even unrealistic for some people, to get up before the sun. But my point is, you want to get up early. It can be 4, 5, 6, even 7 a.m. at the latest. Now, technically speaking, not everyone is genetically meant to get up early. Some people are true night owls. They really function best in the late evenings and even at night. That's because back when we lived in tribes, some members of the tribe had to go to sleep later so they could watch the people of the tribe that were asleep. That way, if any predators or enemy tribes were to attack, they could wake the other people up. But let's be honest, the reason why most people go to sleep late, it's not because they're genetically programmed to be night owls. For most people, the reason why they go to sleep at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., sometimes even worse than that, it's because they play video games. It's because they watch yet another episode of a Netflix show. They're not doing anything productive at night. And then they wake up the next day, they're insanely tired. Well, no wonder why you sleep so poorly. We're meant to sleep during the night, not during the day. Countless studies have proven time and time again that people who do night shift work, it's killing their health. And I would know. My mother is a nursing assistant and she does night shifts at the hospital. My whole life I've just seen her destroying her health only to be treated like a commodity by the patients who receive free healthcare. Like when you go to the hospital, you receive a treatment. You're very grateful to the doctors, the nurses, the surgeons because they're saving your life. But some people, they get free healthcare, they're not even grateful for it. They treat you like you're a slave, a commodity. Can you imagine having that job? Doing 12-hour night shift work to be treated like a slave? Getting up early is gonna destroy most people's excuse of not having enough time in a day to do what they need to do to reach their goals. Want to build a great physique? Go to the gym early. That's when there's the least amount of people anyway, so you get to have all of the machines for yourself. Do you want to finally be able to quit your job, be able to go on vacation whenever you want and afford anything without having to sweat over the price tag? Get up early, do deep work, build a profitable online business. If you sell services online, you only need 1 or 2 customers to quit your job. After your day job, you're gonna be too exhausted to do the work. That's why most people, they just plop down on the couch, watch Netflix. Their job just drained their life energy out of them, so now they have none left. I've been getting up early for years now. I mean, the earliest at some point, it was 5:45 a.m. And if there's one thing I can guarantee, it's that getting up early has improved every single aspect of my life. Even to this day, I get up at 6 a.m. and one of the first things I do is go to the gym. And then when I'm done, I get daily sunlight exposure and I go straight to work. That's how I'm able to get so much stuff done. The next thing that you want to do to stop wasting your 20s is to challenge yourself with intense physical exercise. A few years ago, I was broke, depressed, anxious. I hated the way I looked. I hated my life. I was miserable. Today, I'm running a profitable online business. I've built a muscular, strong physique I'm proud of, and I've actually received a lot of compliments about it. Like very oftentimes, I have people at the gym asking me for advice, like guys, women from all ages. And on top of that, I've been able to build a great social skills. When back then, I was anxious. I couldn't speak to anyone. I had the worst possible social skills. Like I always find it funny when people compliment my hard work because they have no idea how terrible my life was just a couple years ago, how different I was. I truly wasn't the same person. But long story short, one day I got sick and tired of my situation. I got sick and tired of hating myself and of hating my life. And deep down I knew that nothing was ever gonna change unless I started to force myself to do the things that I was afraid to do. So I started to force myself to get up before the sun was up, and I would go for a run every single day in the empty streets. Usually I'd run 5k, sometimes 6. And slowly day after day, because I stuck to my promises, my level of confidence started to increase. I started to believe in myself, to be proud of what I was accomplishing. I mean, I was especially proud of the fact that I could discipline myself, when that's something I had struggled with for so many years. For so many years I thought I was a failure, a loser, because I couldn't be disciplined. And the confidence I built through sticking to my own word, sticking to my promises, it carried out in every single aspect of my life, especially my social skills. A few years ago, I was on a trip with a friend, and he asked me the following question: how can you be so confident? And he knew me from when I was really shy, really anxious, when I had no social skills. So he knew I wasn't born this way. I wasn't born extremely confident. And I told him one thing. I explained to him that confidence comes from doing things, from sticking to your word, from saying I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m. every day, go to the gym, and actually doing it. Because when you make promises to yourself, you say I'm gonna do this, but then you don't. No wonder why you're not confident. You know that you can't even do the things that you set out to do for yourself. Confidence comes from self-love. When you know what you're worth, you know you can do the work, you will love yourself. At least you like yourself more, and you'll be confident. Confidence is earned, not given. Now the thing that will seriously allow you to accomplish so much in life and to stop wasting your 20s is to enjoy the process. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If you hate, if you despise every single thing that you do, it's only a matter of time before you give up. Whenever I'm talking to someone at the gym and they learn I work out every single day, they can't even believe it. It's like it's shocking to them. I'm sure they think I'm a masochist, when in reality that couldn't be further from the truth. The only reason why I'm able to show up every single day, no matter how I feel, it's because deep down I actually love it. I love the process. I love lifting weights, and even when I'm doing cardio, I listen to podcasts, to audiobooks. I have a good time, and that's why I'm able to do it every single day. More month after month, year after year. A few years ago, I used to look at those people on social media, having 5 a.m. morning routines, getting up super early, eating very clean, and working 10 hours a day. And I'd wonder how they're able to achieve so much, to be so successful. I thought they had something that I didn't have. It turns out, it's not that they have a superhuman level of willpower, because they're just like you and I. They're human beings with their feelings, and sometimes they don't want to go to the gym. Like, no one is special when it comes to that. We're all wired the same way. The only reason why they've been able to stick to their routines, to get up at 5, work long hours, it's because deep down they love it. They have a strong enough reason why they get out of bed every morning and why they push so hard. Because to become successful at anything, you need to stick with what you're doing for months and for years. But that's never gonna happen if you hate every single thing that you do. You need to love it. It's the only way. And if you genuinely enjoy the activity itself, you'll never quit. So success only becomes a matter of time at this point. So I genuinely believe that if you apply these 5 steps, you can truly build the kind of life you've always wanted. Start taking advantage of your 20s now. You're young. You can build your dream life. So what are you waiting for? Get to work.